looking for something sweet. Where I'm sitting beneath the eaves, not one drop will find me. A little seedling is breaking through, persistent as the thought of you. Looking out into a sea of green, thinking on the years and miles that lie between. It seems so long ago, but you're still on my mind, you know. I go walking through the trees, the water dances over stones. The April morning is clean and new, but a breeze has brought the thought of you. Looking out into a sea of green, thinking on the years and miles that lie between. It seems so long ago, but you're still on my mind, you know. I sat down by the riverside, fearing I could drink it dry and still not be satisfied, satisfied. The banks are full with all this rain, and if they'll overflow, I can't say. The crickets calling in the firelight, and a long and gentle sleep tonight. Looking out into a sea of green, thinking on the years and miles that lie between. It seems so long ago, but you're still on my mind. Yeah, you're still on my mind, you know. You know. Still on my mind, you know. The night is louder than it's been before. I hear it knocking on my walls and doors, saying soon enough it's time to go. But these precious hours, I keep you close. of all the nights in recent memory. There were so many you were far from me, and I just hurt my heart, keeping lonely time, wishing yours was there to echo mine. If the papers would all print old news, they'd say I'm still in love with you. Let the years go by, it remains the same. What we've got is gold, and what it's worth won't change. Well, I fear I turned you upside down when I tore you from your hometown, just to make you wait at home for me. Keep this fire alive tirelessly. But if your patience ever reached an end, tell me, baby, what would I do then? Say that it's alright to ease my mind, though you told me so 1,000 times. If the papers would all print old news, they'd say I'm still in love with you. Let the years go by, it remains the same. What we've got is gold, and what it's worth won't change. All along the road, these faces seem to come and go, but yours, my love, will never fade. If the papers would all print old news.
Hi,
Hey,
everybody.
Alice, Howe, and Freebo here for another episode of Inside Live.
Great to be here. We've got some wonderful guests tonight.
We're
Mary Gauthier and
so
Jaimee
excited.
Harris, and we are excited. There's wonderful songwriters, great people. It's going to be a really good night of singer-songwriters and interesting and compelling conversation.
That's what we do around
That's
here.
what we do. That's what Inside Live's all about. So thank you for joining us.
And if you're listening on the radio, you are listening to WPVM LP in Asheville, North Carolina, 103.7 on the dial, and globally at WPVMFM.org.
Well done. Like a real professional.
Freebo, I am a real
I
professional.
know you are. I know you are. Yeah, let's do a wonderful song by a great songwriter, John Prine, Angel from Montgomery. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were thunder and lightning was desire, this old house would have burned down such a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. He weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time ago. No matter how I tried, the years they just flow by like a broken down dam.
Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Flies in the kitchen, I hear 'em all buzzing, and I ain't done nothing since I woke up today.
How the hell can a person go to work in the morning and come home in the evening and have nothing to say?
Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Oh, yes it is. The great John Prine.
Love John. Hey, Freebo, I think we should make sure our phones are on silent.
Mine is.
I just had that thought. Oh, well, mine wasn't.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness. I
Good
was
thing it
about to
didn't
be
go off.
accusing you of that. Sorry. Well, I am so excited to welcome tonight's guests. I admire both of these women so much as writers, as human beings. Just really excited we got them to spend this evening with us. So we've got Mary Gauthier and Jaimee Harris here with us. Let's bring them in.
Bring them in.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How's Nashville?
You know, it's really nice. It's
Is
been
it hot?
It's been hot, but the heat broke and the humidity broke, and we can do our mile walk without being completely covered in sweat. And the garden's doing good. Jaimee caught on video about an hour ago 2 rabbits destroying my lettuce. I'm like,
How dare they?
They weren't destroying it; they were enjoying it.
Enjoying it, yeah.
you know, I'm
Definitely
honored.
enjoy-
I'm
yeah.
honored that they found it and they liked it. Yeah, everything's good over here. It's all right.
You know, the Aboriginals have a thing that it's kind of like when the lion kills the antelope. The lion didn't kill the antelope; gave itself to the lion. So in this case, the lettuce
lettuce?
gave itself to the rabbit.
Aw, that's so nice.
I'm glad
That's
they found
sweet.
it. You know,
Yeah.
they
They
gotta
found
eat.
each
They
other.
gotta eat. There's
Well, you
enough
guys,
left for us. Sorry.
It's so good to have you here.
Really.
Thanks for being here with us. I know it's a busy time for you, Mary, in particular, with your book coming out next month. You've got the placard behind you and everything.
So
Very
proud
exciting.
of the placard. I feel like I'm on CNN or something. You know how the authors always have a placard
They do.
Yes.
And a couple books behind them.
Yep.
of their own books,
Or just
like
a
Of their own
story.
books always.
placed, and usually either a candle or some orchids or some flowers. I got to get the flower going, but yeah, I got the
Don't you,
placard.
I have loved seeing their backgrounds on CNN. That has been fascinating. You get like, wow, this person's got a really nice living room. Like, ooh, that person needs an Ethernet cable. Like, I know I can troubleshoot with them now.
It has been interesting to see who does and doesn't have a good tech team.
Yeah, that's true. Love your flag behind you guys. That's beautiful and certainly appropriate for this month.
Thank
And
you.
for-
Pride Month around the world. Happy Pride
Yeah,
Month.
beautiful.
Happy Pride Month to you guys too, and happy to have you on our show, especially during this time, but anytime. So,
Yeah.
would you start us off with a song?
Please.
I will. Jamie was looking at, I think, comments on your page?
On,
my page?
on their page,
On their
yeah.
page. Anyway, somebody is tuned in who enjoyed some of the songs that I was privileged to write with members of the military and their families. And I put out a record a few years ago called Rifles and Rosary Beads, which is a collection of these co-writes. So we'll start with one of those. This is a song I wrote with a group of women who were married to men who served. And their story overlaps in so many ways. And so when I heard one of them say, there's a war after the war, I just put that on the top of the page as the title and built around that. So this has 6 co-writers, and it is all what was expressed to me by the wives of men who served. It's their story. I'm just the songwriter who helped them tell it. So here we go. Who's gonna care for the ones who care for the ones who went to war? There's landmines in the living room, eggshells on the floor. Lost myself in the shadow of your honor and your pain. You stare out of the window as our dreams go down the drain. Invisible, the war after the war. I get no basic training, I get no Purple Heart. I am supposed to carry on, I can't fall apart. People look at you and thank you for the sacrifice you made. They look at me and smile, say I'm lucky, you're okay. Invisible, the war after the war. But I'm a soldier too, just like you, serving something bigger than myself. I serve unseen, caught in between my pain and the pain of someone else. But I'm stronger than you think I am, right here by your side. I am not your enemy, I don't wanna fight. There's no going back in time, I know you're not the same. But you are not the only one for whom the world has changed. Invisible, the war after the war.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Hey, could you tell us a little bit more about that project, Mary? I mean, just exactly how it came about. I know some people have heard it, but a lot of people haven't. It's a great story.
Thank you, Freebo. Yeah, I was invited about eight years ago to be part of a nonprofit started by Darden Smith, a songwriter out of Austin, Texas, that pairs professional songwriters with members of the military. And what we do is bear witness to their stories and turn it into song. As the nonprofit grew, we started going to retreat centers, and usually there were 3 songwriters, 6 veterans. Sometimes their spouses were there. Sometimes the whole family came, and we would work in a retreat center on Friday, Saturday, and do a show on Sunday of all the songs we wrote. There was always at least 6 songs. Every veteran that came got a song, and there was a group song, so 7 songs, and those happened in 2 days. And it has been a really beautiful experience for me, getting to know so many members of our military, some active duty, some retired. I've made lifelong friends in the pairings, and it's been a real education for me. And I put a record out a few years ago of some of the songs that I've written with them over the last 8 years.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah, beautiful. A Grammy-nominated record, if I may also add that.
There's nothing like collaboration. You always wind up writing something you would never have written by yourself. Just the whole back and forth thing is so cool.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, especially when you're writing with people who have such powerful stories.
Yeah. How did you two begin your work together? And I'm curious if you guys ever write together and collaborate on songwriting.
We do.
We've written several songs together in the pandemic, and well, it started. Jaimee was sent by some people who adore her to a songwriting workshop that I was a part of with Eliza Gilkison and Gretchen Peters.
Nice pairing.
Oh yeah, the 3 of us.
That's a good crew.
I know, the 3 of us work at Eliza's house in Arroyo Seco, New Mexico. It's called Casa de Musica. And so I met Jaimee there, and she blew me away. Just blew my mind with her songs and her voice and her spirit. And we became friends. I guess slowly started spending more time together. And at first I thought I was, my job with Jaimee was to take the place of her mentor, Jimmy LaFave, who had passed away unexpectedly so quickly. We all loved Jimmy so much.
Sure did, yeah.
Jimmy was bringing Jaimee along and doing with her what he did with John Fulbright, which was introducing her to the music business and the music community and really fully mentoring her. And they had a project in the works, and he got that spindle cell cancer and was gone in less than a year. And so I felt that maybe I could, in some small way, stay in touch with Jaimee and do some of what Jimmy did. But then we just ended up basically becoming partners. It took a while. It took a year.
A year? I think about a year.
For me, that's the very long time. A year? That's so adult.
Eternity.
Taking it slow.
Well, you know, there's I was cautious. I had made a decision before I partnered with Jaimee to be single, and I was single for 5 years intentionally, trying to change the story. I'd been in so many terrible relationships that all went south in such a horrible way. Like, I needed to change, and so I think I did change with 5 years of being with myself. It made me capable, actually, to wait a year to even have this discussion with Jaimee, and we slowly just realized we're good together, and we've been together 3 years.
3 years now.
Yeah, we're
Wow.
good.
And you know, that's the bottom line. You know, are you
beautiful.
good together or not good together? You know, that's what it's all about, right?
Everybody always used to say, you need to find someone who makes you a better person. And I always found someone who made me an exponentially worse person.
Not intentionally, but
We just went down together. But Jamie is, I mean, I'm talking about you like you're not, but
it's fine.
Jamie's incredibly loving. And she's generous, and everywhere she goes, people feel her love, and that makes me gentler. And she's just
Oh, that's beautiful.
able to see people in a way that I was maybe too self-centered or too busy or just unaware of. She opens me in a new way to life, and it's been a really beautiful 3 years.
Have you guys done much writing together?
How many songs now? 3?
Yeah, I think 3 or 4. We've done, there's several songs that I've worked on that I've brought to Mary for a suggestion, or that we've ended up co-writing through the editing process. And then I think there are only 2 that we started from
zero,
from
yeah.
scratch.
Yeah, that sounds very familiar. That's often how we write
we do
together
a lot
too.
of that as well.
I bring a lot of songs to Freebo, and we do that editing process, and it's so helpful to just have another set of eyes and ears there to take what, I just, once I looked at my own stuff for long enough, I can't even see what could be changed anymore. So yeah, I've appreciated that for sure.
Well, Jamie, do you want to maybe share something that you guys wrote together that came from your musical spirit and something that you're singing?
Oh, do you want to do, what would you like to do? We could do How Could You Be Gone?
You could, but he said from your, maybe something that you had that I kind of just.
Oh, that one I would have to. You know what? It's like not under my.
How Could You Be Gone?
Okay, I was like, we've got one that I did make for the record. I'm not under my
Okay.
my fingers right now.
Yeah, this is a true
This is
co-write.
actually a true co-write. We started
great.
scratch in our
Yeah.
living room by the fire and spent about 9 hours writing together. And it's interesting collaboration. I'm really grateful that we can collaborate together in that way, because with writing, like, there are people that can be your best friends or that you really love the same music, and you get together to write and it just doesn't work out, and it's nothing personal or weird, but I'm really fortunate that the chemistry does work together.
Yeah,
On every level, it sounds
That's
like.
nice.
yeah,
Very
we can
fortunate.
write together. I mean, it's not a given that you can write together.
No, it's not.
No, and it's a joy when you can, and then that person's there. I mean, I so appreciate that in our relationship as well, that it's like there's just a go-to person that just makes it easy.
Oh, it does. I mean,
Don't have to set up the date, to go like meet the person and do a whole thing. And there's just something informal about it when you get into a rhythm with it and you do it a lot. That's really nice.
It is very, very nice.
Yeah.
It's great. All right.
Go for it. I keep staring at the clock, stumbling round the house in shock. I don't know what I feel. I can't believe that this is real. I don't know what to wear. I don't know who will be there. I wanna call you, I wanna cry. I don't wanna say goodbye. Turn the key, make the drive. I park and watch the cars arrive. Friends I never knew you had. It's moving slow, it's moving fast. I walk by your photograph. I hear your voice, I hear your laugh. Everybody's dressed in black. I still think you're coming back. Well, could you be gone? Could you be gone? I'm sitting in a plastic chair. The preacher's words hang in the air.
Lovely. Wow. Very passionate
Glad
singing.
you did that one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was thinking while you were playing, I love a good rhyme. I just love when the lines rhyme in a way that's predictable. And like, not only did that happen every time, but they were also just really clear, like straight up rhymes, which I just found so satisfying. So thank you for that. I love that.
Me too. I was just doing actually a Zoom songwriting class. Some people from Austin a couple days ago, and
Jamie's from Austin, right?
yeah, you are from
I should be honest. I'm technically from Waco, from Hewitt, Texas, a small town. So but I lived in Austin for 10 years.
Yeah, great town.
Seems like it
and basically, what I was saying was, be obvious.
Right.
Don't try and be so clever to where you expect a rhyme and you don't get it. It's like I like to use the baseball metaphor. In baseball, the pitcher's trying to strike the batter out. In songwriting, you want to throw a ball so the batter can hit a home run. You just want to connect. And so yeah, that's great. I agree with you, Alice. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Why don't you do a
Shall
song? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, this is a song that I wrote years ago and recently decided to re-record. And I'm going to be working on my new record, as our audience has heard me talk about plenty. Freebo and I are headed out on this tour, leaving on Friday. And we are going to make our way very slowly to Muscle Shoals, Alabama. We're going to record at Fame Studios. And Freebo's going to be producing a great band. And I'm just so excited to finally play these songs with them. So this is one tune that I didn't ever think I would redo, but now it's feeling like maybe the right time.
Well,
Wrote another verse.
The redoing made you write another verse. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wrapped it up nicely.
It still felt relevant.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
The song is called You've Been Away So Long. I walked out in a storm the other night. I walked out into the river as it raged above its banks the other night. I was sure the current would part around my waist, but I reached out for your hand. I admit I was afraid. Strong swimmer though I know myself to be. Hey darling, you've been away so long. Hey darling, hey, you've been away so long. See how the trees have grown since you've been gone. I went down to the water's edge. I went down to the water as the sun sank low behind the ridge. The last deep breath of summer lies blazing in the sky. One step towards those mountains and I'd grow the wings to fly. Every whisper of the waves upon the shore tells me so. Hey darling, been away so long. Hey darling, hey, you've been away so long. See how my garden's grown since you've been gone. Looking back on all these years, well, it plays out like a movie, and somehow in a blink it disappears. 'Cause when you're in the moment, it's so hard to read the signs. You just need that perspective that you only gain in time. I'm just trying to build a life that lets me follow who I am. Hey, darling, you've been away so long. Hey, darling, you've been away so long. See how the trees have grown since you've been gone. Thanks, guys.
Beautiful.
Thank you. It's nice to get to share some music with you too. I usually watch you both from afar, starstruck a little bit. So it's nice to get to chat. No, I just
Bozos with bars.
That's true.
well, now I know that. Now I know that you're just a couple of bozos. So
We're all bozos, just clowning our way through life. You know.
well, that's what's been so cool about this show is that we get to chat with people that like I haven't ever met, or Freebo's introduced me to many people that I love their music and that you've known for years, or vice versa. And it's just been really, really special. I know you guys have a weekly show too that you've been doing.
Yeah, and I've had the same experience. Like we had James McMurtry on our show, who's like one of my favorite songwriters, top
Right.
songwriter. I mean, like just love James McMurtry. And I went to see him play twice a week, every week for 10 years in Austin, and I never spoke to him.
Yeah.
The show, all of a sudden, it's like we're speaking, and now he emails me about Steve Fromholtz songs. It's like
It's so cool.
be in a dialogue.
My experience with it was Chris Smither we had on our show. Freebo's known forever, and now I like I texted him and was like, will you teach me how to play that one song? I was like, oh my god, that's so cool.
Love Chris. He's a dear old friend.
Oh, he's wonderful.
He's the best.
For
Yeah.
30 years. I love Chris, and I love his wife. I love Carol.
Carol?
Yes.
Yeah, they've been important in my life. Carol was my mentor when I first started
Really?
Really?
to walk away from what I was doing before I started doing this full time. Carol held my hand. Yeah.
So
which
tell us about
actually
that.
leads us into
Yeah.
your book and your story. Tell us a little bit about that.
Who is Mary Gauthier?
Well,
The Cliff Notes version. There will be a Cliff
Well,
Notes.
because they got to
you know.
buy the book, so we just got to say something. But
well, I was in the restaurant business, and I went to chef school at the Cambridge School of Culinary Arts. And turns out I was pretty good at rounding up investors. And so I opened, with the help of investors, several restaurants in Boston. And I did pretty well with it, but I fell out of love with it, and I fell in love with songwriting. And I was terrified to move towards this seriously. And I needed someone like Carol to, like we met once, I think about once a month, at Henrietta's Kitchen, the wonderful restaurant in the Charles Hotel in Cambridge. I love
I know that.
Yes, me too. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites, and she would just say, "Look, here's what you do: you draw a circle 60 miles around Boston and play every folk gig that you can drive to 60 miles away, and then 90 miles and play every." She just held my hand, and I don't know. I'm delusional. I'm one of those crazy people that think they're going to have a chance at this, and I'm nuts, right? And she goes, "You're not nuts. You can do this, and here's how you do it. You treat it like you're opening a restaurant. It's a business." And so she taught me. She was a manager for many years. She managed with our friend Charlie Hunter, Dar Williams, Sean Colvin, Peter Mulvey, and of course Chris. And so she just babysat me, and we were both on the board of Club Passim together. That's where I met her, when we took Club Passim from Bob and Rayanne Donlan's place to a nonprofit folk venue. So I sat on the board during those years with Carol, and she helped me transition. It took a decade from when I started thinking about doing this seriously to moving to Nashville and doing it seriously. But so I came here in 2001, September, right at about 9/11, and I just walked away from the restaurant. I basically tossed the keys to the investors, gave them the recipes, and said, you got a restaurant, it's working. Here's the recipes. You keep the staff. Find someone to be me, and good luck. I'm out.
Wow, Jaimee, she cooks too. This is too much.
Yeah. It's a jackpot.
Jackpot for sure.
And I came here.
Crab bot.
If it all falls apart, I know how to open restaurants. But that was 20 years ago.
Wow. I didn't know you were in Boston. I grew up in the Boston area, so I didn't realize you were there.
It's a great training ground for singer-songwriters, folk singers.
Sure is, yeah.
Opening mics every night of the week, sometimes 2 or 3 a night. So
Yeah.
I was just doing that and learning how to basically not be terrified, and then eventually learning how to stand there with some sense of understanding what I was doing. It takes a while to get good at this. It really does.
Yes. And I think having that mentor person, somebody to guide you and hold your hand, is so important. Like, that's come up a couple times in our conversation tonight. And Freebo's been that person for me, and there have been other people along the way, like angels, that have given me that confidence and permission, and just that those people are so important, because there's no guidebook. Like, my mother is a retired pediatrician, and my father was an architect, and they were like, okay, sure, like, yeah, go for it, but we don't know how to do that. Like, nobody around me knew how to do it. Was a mystery to me how you do this. So you need those people to not feel crazy.
We do. We need them all along the way, and then we become those people.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. But it takes courage. I just talked with my son last night. He talked about of all the virtues, and Maya Angelou says the same thing. Of all the virtues, the most important is courage, because without courage, you don't get to the other ones. And it takes courage to leave something that you do well, like you did with the restaurant, especially when you have investors, and they're invested in you. And at some point you say, I feel a certain obligation to you, but I feel more of an obligation to myself. And that takes a lot of courage. It's I think most people don't wind up taking that leap. Again, the artist's way, Julie Cameron, one of my favorite expressions, leap and the net will appear. And it's hard to leap when there's no net there, and trust that the universe is going to provide that net. But it does when you do the right things for the right reasons. So kudos to you, and look at the rewards you get from it, huh, Mary?
Yeah, you said it perfectly, Freebo. That's exactly my experience, and that book was integral for me.
Me too.
As I made my move to doing this, that book really gave me an understanding of what I was doing, and it put it into the context of this is how it is for everyone.
Yeah.
Terrifying, and you can't know if it's going to work, and you just little by slow show up for it. And it felt to me like, I use the metaphor like I'm on the high diving board at midnight, and there's no lights, and I don't know if there's water in the pool, and they're telling me.
Yep.
what it like. That's what it's like being an artist.
But I love how she says, and Jamie, have you done the artist way as well?
Yeah, I actually.
Yeah, me too. So I guess we're in good company. But I loved one line. I remember like just laughing out loud where she's like, you know, people who are trying to, you know, maybe even learn a new craft or like for example, we tell ourselves like, okay, I'm gonna write an entire book. Like I'm just gonna write a book. It's like, no, just write every day 3 pages. Like she's like, you don't have to run to the edge of the cliff and like jump off. Like you can just, you know. And I just love that. It's like you don't have to be perfect at it right away. That's just not. Then you'll never start because you'll just
not possible
yourself so much.
Hey, I've got a song that speaks to all this. May I share it with you?
We'd love that. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, and it even has Alice Howe playing bass on it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I gotta practice before this tour for you.
That's right. Put you on the spot, Alice.
And while we are on the spotlight here, I will say that you are listening to. I'll do my radio voice. WPVM. LP in Asheville, North Carolina, 103.7 on the dial and globally at WPVMFM.org.
Mm-hmm.
And we are excited to say that we will actually be in Asheville in a few weeks doing a show from the studio. That'll be really cool.
Was that somewhere on the 22nd, 23rd of July, something like that? Yeah. Well, this song is appropriately enough called If Not Now, When? And I don't know if I got that expression from Julia. I think apparently Rabbi Hillel came up with it somewhere around the year 1000 BC. But whatever it was, I said, I got to do something with that and turn it in, and wrote this with my good friend and very talented songwriter from Nashville, Karen Taylor Good. Goes like this. Ready, Alice?
Mm-hmm.
When I was a young boy, I had these dreams. Time didn't matter, or so it seemed. Now I'm still a dreamer, like I was back then. But time keeps screaming, if not now, when? Hundreds of heartaches and broken down plans, so many what ifs, and what if I can't? My fear held me captive, caged in a pen. Time to break free, boy. If not now, when? If not now, when? If not me, who? I can't pretend. Oh no, 'cause I know it's true. I make this vow, I swear, amen. Time is now. If not now, when? Doubting and blaming, it's time to let them go. 'Cause this healing journey, it can go so slow. But I hear these voices again and again. They keep on calling, if not now, when? If not now, when? If not me, who? I can't pretend, oh no, 'cause I know it's true. I make this vow, I swear, amen. My time is now. If not now, when? Let's take it to the bridge. It's time to take this leap of faith without a net. Dig it. Hello to destiny and Goodbye, regret. If not now, when? If not me, who? I can't pretend. Oh no, 'cause I know it's true. I make this vow, I swear it.
Amen.
My time is now. If not now, when? I'll make this vow, I swear it.
Amen.
My time is now. Oh, whoa, if not now, when? Say it again. If not now, when? One more time. If not now, when? That's okay. It was a last note.
I got all the other ones.
You did get all the other ones.
It sounded great.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Well, you know, that's a nice thing about songwriting. You can go anywhere. Be love song. You can take something that you really believe, you know, have it be the message songs. I find are the hardest ones, and I like to do them, but it's so hard to do the message and not preach.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to ask Jaimee a question, if I could, because
Okay.
I just would love to know a little bit about your upbringing and how you got into music. Just some of your story.
Yeah, my parents were. Oh, sorry. Am I too loud now? I thought it was not loud enough.
No, you're
Go say
get in there.
My parents had me quite young, and my dad put himself through college by playing in cover bands. So he was super musical, and at Christmas time when I was 5 years old, I kept putting that Emmylou Harris "Light of the Stable" song, the record too, but mostly that song on repeat and repeat and repeat. And so my parents thought I might be interested in a guitar. So that's when I got my first guitar, and then started playing when I was about 10 years old. I do cover songs in the set breaks in my dad's band.
Cool.
That was fun. And you know, sometimes I would get to stay in the bar, and sometimes I would get kicked out of the bar because I was a 10-year-old in a bar playing songs. It could go either way. And there was this wonderful woman named Beth Petrick who always drove the getaway car. So for whatever sets I didn't get to play, she would give me, you know, buy me a CD. So I got to either play music or, you know, build my arsenal of songs to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I saw Emmylou Harris, Buddy Miller, Julie Miller, and Patty Griffin on stage at once at the same time on the same day, and James McMurtry, I saw him later that same day, which was the first Austin City Limits Music Festival. That's when I really began to write songs. One, seeing Julie Miller and knowing her work and just getting to see her live, and she was somebody that I knew that got out of Waco, Texas. So that was like really encouraging, and to see that she was like in, you know, writing these songs that Emmylou Harris had sung, it just like blew me away, and it made it seem possible for me, being where I was from, to get out.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to Waco, but I gather it's a pretty small town, that somewhere you wanted to get out of, it sounds
You know,
like.
I think it's growing now. There's been a television show that has brought a lot of tourism and a lot of change to Waco, and it's very different than the place that I grew up. But I think and I don't know, I could have grown up anywhere and felt like I didn't fit in, or that I was always going to be believing things that was different than, you know, was different than the people that I was around, which was a great skill because it taught me how to get along with people that believe differently than I did and how to exist in those.
Yeah.
But there was just something about it where we didn't have a public radio station. We didn't have an independent record store. You know, so like I was so hungry for music. We didn't really have we had one sort of live music venue, but there wasn't a place for me to really soak up the music that I loved. And so I looked at Austin because so many of my heroes had spent time there or were living there, and moved down there for 10 years. And that's when I really started playing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny how one song will just really hit you. We said the Emmylou Harris song, you just put on repeat and repeat. It's interesting how something like that goes into your consciousness and strikes you in a certain way. You lock into it, and it hits you and doesn't necessarily hit anybody else the same way. Bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was, and I went and listened to it again recently because I put a playlist together of influences of mine during the pandemic, which are all over the map. And I realized on that song, Neil Young and Dolly Parton sing the background vocals.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't realize as a kid, but I think I was just drawn to the voices of all of these folks working together to bring this song. It just, blew me away as a kid hearing all of those voices at once.
Yeah.
Well, certainly 3 unique voices, too.
And 3 voices where you really hear, when you can hear the emotion in a voice, that's something I really zeroed in on as a child too, and was just so drawn to. It's like when you can really feel the person. I mean, of course it matters what they're saying, but a powerful, a compelling voice, just I'm hooked right away.
That's what it's all about, the voice.
Well, I think you guys should play another song.
Yeah, we got time before we leave our radio audience in Asheville. Would love to hear another song from you guys.
You got it. Well, my father sure could use a little mercy now. The fruits of his labor falling right slowly on the ground. His work is almost over. Won't be long, he won't be around. I love my father. He could use some mercy now. And my brother sure could use a little mercy now. He is a stranger to freedom, shackled to his fear and doubt. The pain that he lives in, it's almost more than living will allow. I love my brother. He could use some mercy now. My church and my country, they could use a little mercy now. As they sink into a poison pit, it's gonna take forever to climb out. They carry the weight of the faithful who follow them down. I love my church and country. They could use some mercy now. Every living thing could use a little mercy now. Only the hand of grace can end the race towards another mushroom cloud. There's people in power who'll do anything to keep their crown. I love life, life itself could use some mercy now. we all could use a little mercy now. I know we don't deserve it, but we need it anyhow. We hang in the balance, we dangle between hell and hallowed ground. And every single one of us could use some mercy now. Yes, every single one of us could use some mercy now.
That is a classic, Mary.
It's a classic.
It's just beautifully written, so understated and so powerful.
And the way you deliver it too, and I loved hearing the harmonies and the two guitars.
Beautiful, Jaimee. Nice picking
really
as well.
Pretty.
Thank you.
That's it. Right? It's just
a classic.
Deep. It is a classic.
So I mean, it's like that's it. Like you don't need to write a book. You're like you just wrote a book. That song is a book.
What if I could write a classic?
Well, you did. It's excellent.
Reminds me of Chris Smither, where we were talking to him about writing "Love Me Like a Man," and we were like, "Chris, what's it like to go into every blues bar, and if there's a female blues singer, she's gonna do that song?" He's like, "It's pretty cool." It's like, yep.
Hey, not to break this up, but it's the clock is about to strike midnight, and Asheville's going to turn the Pumpkins on the radio station. So
thanks for listening, Asheville.
We're going to say goodbye, and join us, please, in the Zoom.
We're gonna switch into after party mode for a few minutes with Jaimee and Mary. They can stick around for a little bit of it, and then Freebo and I will be here a little longer, and we get to say hi to you guys. So all the info for the Zoom is in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can just enter that meeting ID and passcode and join us backstage.
And stick around for the big giveaway.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, we didn't even tell you guys this. Yeah. This is exciting. We are sponsored by a wonderful company that Freebo is wearing the shirt of. So they are a German, they're U.S.-based, but German-engineered instrument and mic cables that have a lifetime warranty and are super nice. And you guys get one for being on our show.
And a T-shirt apiece.
Yeah, and then we get to do a little giveaway to the audience too.
Lifetime warranty cables always die. We love you.
Thank you. Cordial cables, they are great.
No, they're really special. They really sound good. They have like no resistance because of the copper. Lifetime guarantee. I mean, have you ever had a cable that didn't break? I mean,
not one.
Not one. Well, if these just happen to break, they don't. But if they do, they'll replace it for you. I mean, is that cool or what?
That's great. So excited to know about them.
Thank you.
Yes.
This
Brandon,
right here.
Let's let them in. Let the folks into the room. Just got a few people here. And I'll just mention again, those of you, we tried not to mention this when we were on the radio because we try not to mention dates too much or it gets confusing if they replay the show. But this is our last episode tonight, and I can't imagine a better way to go out than with you two.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being here. It feels good to end on this note, and we've been doing this show since the beginning of September of last year, and it's been really great, but it feels like the right time. It's like the tides are changing,
They are, yeah.
Back to work.
Back to work.
And I should say to you also, Mary, that Ray Mansuko from the Roots on the River Festival, he was in the chat. I think he's still in there, but he was really enjoying it and being obviously very complimentary to us all, and we love Ray.
We love
And
you,
he
Ray.
seems to love us as well, which is wonderful.
And I was just reminiscing about during our sound check about that wonderful afternoon in the meeting house in Vermont
That Sunday,
on that
yeah.
summer day. God,
Fantastic.
that was just idyllic.
That was really
Mary
special.
was singing with. And what's your violinist's name? I can't remember his name.
Me neither.
Michele Gazit?
Oh, Michele. I've been with Michele for 20 years. I thought
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Michele Gazzi. She's an Italian violinist who has been with us every Sunday in the pandemic in our live stream.
Oh.
And he also plays the viola and the piano, and he is a delightful man. He's an expert in American poet and British poetry,
Yes.
Irish poetry. And so wherever we go, he finds the bookstores, and he gets first editions and collectible editions, and
Wow.
he's got floor-to-ceiling books at his place, and he's fantastic.
It's so
What a
beautiful.
character.
Nothing in his suitcase, and then by the end, every stop, we're like, by the end, it's way overweight, and we have to figure out whose house the books are going to, or we have to.
Oh my goodness.
He always comes back with a giant suitcase of books. It's so wonderful.
Yeah, he's
That's great.
He's
Michele.
delightful. Yeah.
Yes, that's Michael in Italian.
Cool. That's great. Well, welcome to those of you who came on. Nice to see some familiar faces. Does anybody want to say hi or ask Mary or Jaimee a question just in the time that we have?
Just raise your hand and we'll
I can
unmute
see
you.
you if you raise your hand, unless you don't have your video on, and then I can't see you.
Shy folks tonight, huh?
Nothing? Guys, just, okay, that's fine. Okay, Sue.
Oh, Sue, go
Hey,
ahead.
Sue.
I'll say something. Hi, how are you?
Good to see you.
Thanks. Good to see you too. Wouldn't miss this last show. This is the first time I've heard you, Mary and Jaimee. I've seen the name all over the place. I live in New Jersey, so I haven't been to any of your shows, but I love it. Love the music every week. I love all the guests that come on. It's so good to hear new people. So hope you'll be making it toward New Jersey at some point.
Play there all
Sure
the
they
time.
will.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Sue.
Do you have, Mary and Jaimee, you guys have maybe let people know how they can get on your email list
Yeah,
or
good
social
idea.
media?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just go to our website and the thing drops down and you put your email address in and you're on.
Yeah, we have pretty Googleable names because my first name is spelled weird and Mary Gauthier is Mary Gauthier. So I can type it in the chat here, but because they're kind of unusual names for folk singers, I guess we're pretty
There's
easy
no
to find.
duplicates.
Yeah, there's no.
That's true. Jaimee, it did take me a little while to learn how to spell your name, but I like it. It makes perfect sense. It's very phonetic. It just takes a minute.
Hey, it took me a while
get the
how-
vowels
how-
in the right
how
place.
to spell Mary's. I mean, it
True,
certainly
that one
doesn't
too.
look like Gaucher. I think, is it Goche accent?
Don't
No,
even-
not
Don't even-
quite.
No.
A couple miles off.
I'm a Louisiana native, born in New Orleans, raised in Baton Rouge. My parents have a French Cajun name, so it looks kind of like Gaither. They would in here in Nashville, Gaither. In some places they go with Gautier.
Yeah.
But down in Thibodeau, where I was pretty much raised, it's Gaucher. So I went with that, not knowing it would be damn near impossible for people to pronounce my name. Outside of in Louisiana, it's a common name, but outside of
Oh, interesting.
it's it's a tongue twister. It really is. Yeah.
And Thibodeau, where you don't pronounce the H, correct?
Or the X.
Yeah, the X, yeah.
Cajun French is different than a classical French, and people who sing in Cajun French really have a small market that they can perform. And like Zachary Richard, they call him Shakespeare of the Bayou. He's such a great songwriter. I'm a huge fan of Zachary Richard. It looks like Zachary Richard, but it's Richard, Cajun French.
Zachary Richard, sure. Yeah.
But he can play in some parts of Eastern Canada, but he can't play in France because the French is that different.
Oh, wow.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I bet they don't have a whole lot of. Did they look down their noses at it also? I would
They
imagine.
look down their noses at everything.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Well, there's all that in I speak Spanish and I studied in Spain in college, and there's so much prejudice amongst Spanish speakers of, oh, ours is better, oh, our accent is perfect, oh, the people in Colombia, no, the people in Spain. It's like, you guys, like, it's okay. You're all speaking the same language. It's all languages.
Yeah, especially when you sing it. It's all beautiful.
Oh,
Hey guys, say hi to Ray.
Hey,
Ray, say hello to everybody. Unmute yourself, maybe.
Yeah, Ray, say hi. Where am I going to make you say hi?
I'm happy to say hi.
Hey
What
there.
what a treat to see all these Roots on the River alumni in the same place, at least on the same screen.
Yeah.
And Mary owns the meeting house, just for everybody's information.
How's the reconstruction, renovation, whatever they're doing to coming?
Slowly, COVID sort of put a halt on that for a while. But this summer they should get to quite a bit more of it. The plaster restoration, doing some woodworking. But we'll be back there.
Yeah, man. Hopefully next year. Hopefully.
Yeah, well, hopefully we might even see you in the neighborhood soon.
Yeah. Dot's putting us up. We're coming down. We're gonna go on the. We're gonna do the yacht.
Are you guys headed to Vermont?
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Betty Sue and Charlie.
Yeah.
Spend 4th of July with. We have this tradition of eating the fine food of Harlow Farms, organic, everything, and we didn't want to break tradition this year, so we have this little window before we really get going. So we're gonna go to Vermont. Yeah.
Nice. That's, as Ray knows, one of my favorite places on the planet. I've spent time in Vermont my whole life, and Freebo and I are going to make our way up there eventually in August. So Ray, I hope we can see you somewhere. We're going to be a couple different places. I'll call you.
Come see us at the Zen Barn.
Yeah, the Zen Barn. I'm excited about that.
So I've got the schedule.
Good.
I'm going to be in Seattle for about 3 weeks, so I'm not sure we're going to connect.
Nice.
But we'll find you. We'll find you again. And I
we
hope,
will.
For sure.
yeah, I hope to catch up with Mary and Jamie on the 3rd. I take off on the 3rd for a couple of different weeks. I'm trying to take off most of the summer.
Great.
So
Good for you.
Great.
we may touch base before you. We'll see all of you before the summer's over, somewhere.
Great to see you, Ray, and
Good to see you.
we have a tradition. We have a long-running tradition. I don't know how many years we've worked together down there, but it's been a lot.
So, well, it goes back to 2000 or 2001.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, and Charlie brought me there, I think, in '98.
Wow.
yeah. The meeting house started in 2000. So, that's the first year Mary came, I didn't recognize her. And I tried to run her off the grounds because she was parked right in front of the load-in.
That sounds very gauche.
So, no, I said, excuse me.
I was loading in.
Duh.
It's the best place to park when you're loading in. Absolutely. I'm with you.
It is. Well, once
Eventually, you were gonna load in. It was like-
Well, in Jamie's defense, I do tend to put the car as close as I can to the door I'm headed for. It's a thing. From my restaurant days, it's just a thing. A lot of years, though, huh? It's 21 years.
21 years.
That is
Wow.
Yeah, and Mary did the meeting house for the last 7 years straight. So a total of 14 in all, but the last 7 years of Ruth's lifespan. So that's why I say Mary is the queen of the meeting house.
Do you think you'll be coming back with Roots, Ray, now that things are clearing up?
Well, I probably won't. I'm trying to get back and do some shows at the Opera House. Charlie and I were supposed to have Jorma Kaukonen coming up next month, but turns out we had a conflict, so Jorma won't be in Bellows Falls. But the Opera House is reopened. I've got a bunch of stuff I want to do there, so I'll be back. I'm only 74, Freebo. I got a few good years left.
I'm with you, pal.
Got a lot of
great. A lot, yes. So Mary and Jamie, what is your next show, your next in-person performance? When do you guys hit the road?
Soon. Jamie's playing a festival this weekend.
Yeah,
right?
in Illinois, the Moccasin Creek festival in Illinois, which will be fun.
Great.
And then the following, we have a Texas run of makeup dates that have been canceled more than 5 times. I think this
Yeah.
time they're going to play.
Yes, finally.
We're in Texas.
We're going to be in Galveston at the Old Quarter, which is always super fun. And I'm excited because I've played there many times, but Mary has not. And it's one of those rooms where just something magical happens every time you're on stage there. I just love it so
No, it
much.
just hit me. I did play there once.
Did you?
With the Austin Lounge Lizards.
Oh, yeah. That sounds, yes.
Conrad played guitar with me, and banjo
cool.
with the Austin Lounge Lizards. But that was, oh my God, 25 years ago.
It might not even be the same physical location. 'Cause I think
yeah.
it's, but yeah, we'll play there. We'll play St. Andrew's Presbyterian in San Antonio. We're playing a really cool thing called Cafe Momentum in Dallas, which is it's like a dinner show. And all of the folks that make the dinner and that are involved in waiting tables are all kids that have recently come out of the juvenile criminal justice system.
Wow.
Or are still entangled in some way on parole, probation. And it's similar to Homeboy Industries, I guess, and it gives like employment opportunities and training.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
it's a beautiful, wonderful opportunity for these young people to get new skills and to turn their life around. And restaurant business is tough, but jail's tougher.
Yeah.
And so they can learn how to chop and dice and wait tables and cook and have a skill that's marketable. And so we're doing a benefit for them that's already sold out. And then we got 2 nights at the Mucky Duck.
That's in July. We're
in
actually
July?
going to go to Tomball this time.
Tomball.
Then July, we're going to be playing the Woody Guthrie Folk Festival in Okemah, Oklahoma. Fayetteville, and then we go down and do those dates for your book.
It's just a
It's crazy
blur.
right now.
That's great. Yeah.
Wow. Are you going to be driving a van so you can carry a bunch of
Yeah,
books
how are you going
with
to carry
you?
those books, you guys?
We have no idea
We
how
haven't
we're gonna
figured it
carry the
out
books.
yet.
If you have a forklift and you want to follow us around the country,
It's so funny because even just to me, like the idea of bringing T-shirts and CDs is overwhelming. I haven't even and vinyl. I'm like, oh God, like what do you even do? Books? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's daunting, and they're of course hardcover because that's how it works in the publishing industry. It's a year of
Right.
hardcover before you get the soft cover book. So, we'll ship them, and then if we don't sell them, we'll ship them back somehow, and
There you go.
venue owners to ship them if we have an early flight, and
Yeah.
it's all
Are
kindness.
they putting? Excuse me. Are they putting the tour together for you? Are they?
No, they put together a Zoom book release tour, all virtual, which is great. It's great. And there'll be multiple dates on Zoom that are on my website, one of which I'll be interviewed by Brandy Carlisle, which is exciting for me because
Wow.
I just finished her book, her book is amazing and brilliant and fantastic. And what a great writer she is. And so we'll be talking books. And then I've got Allison Moorer interviewing me here on Zoom. For each different city has a independent bookstore and an artist affiliated with it that's going to go on Zoom with me. So we'll do about 6 of those.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's congratulations. And folks can order it right now, right? Pre-order it?
yes.
Yeah, everywhere.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. I know Brandon's been putting that in the chat, so that's great. I got to get a copy. I can't wait to read it.
Yeah.
Now I want to read Brandy's book too. I knew that was out. I just haven't gotten
Oh my
around to
God, I
it.
did
but
it yesterday. I loved it. I loved
Okay.
it.
Are you going to do a books on tape where you narrate it?
I already did. Yep.
Wow.
Doing that next
Oh, cool.
with Amy Ray joining me
Oh.
Indigo Girls. Yeah.
as a bonus track, I guess.
Do you happen to know a guitarist named Jeff Fielder?
Jeff Fielder. No, how would I know him? Is he a Nashville guy?
He plays with Amy a lot.
Amy. He's a dear friend of mine, and he's
he goes
played
out-
on all my records. But he tours with her a lot.
Oh, when she goes out solo?
Yeah, they had a band at Americana
band, a
Fest.
really good band,
great band.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's in Seattle. He lives in Seattle. Just curious.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't. I don't know him, but it sounds like I should.
He's
Well,
great.
he's going to
Maybe
be
you'll
part.
meet him
He's going to
someday.
be part of the band that we put
Muscle
together
Shoals,
for
yeah.
Muscle Shoals. Just a beautiful player.
Yeah, he's great.
Huge vocabulary and really, really good stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's so exciting. You guys have got a lot coming up, and thank you for making this time with us tonight. Thanks for being here on our show. We so appreciate it.
We sure
Love
do.
you
Do
guys.
you want to, before you leave, do you maybe want to leave us with a song?
Sure will.
Yeah? Oh, nice. Got one more out of him. I like it. Good for you, bro.
So I think both Jamie and I kind of feel like this is the sister song for the song Jamie sang on the radio. It's a companion piece to How Could You Be Gone? And this is called Till I See You Again, which is just a show closer for us now, I guess. I always thought Mercy Now would be the show closer, but this is the show closer now. So Mercy Now is the pre-show closer, and this is the finale, I suppose. I send this out to folks who are dealing with loss this year, which most all of us are. May eternity hold you in the hollow of her hand. May a soft wind enfold you as you travel distant lands. May the moon and stars delight you as the daylight dims. Till the morning sun warms your face, till I see you again. May you lay down your struggle beneath the silver sky. May a summer rain inside your dreams sing a lullaby. May there be no more sorrow, no more pain. May you sleep inside the stillness of the night till I see you again. May you never be a stranger. May you never feel alone. May you reunite with family and friends. May they walk you home. May love embrace you in a dance that never ends. May you rest in gentle arms till I see you again. May you rest in gentle arms till I see you again.
Extraordinary. Wow. Well, I can see how that would be a closer that would usurp Mercy now.
Oh.
I mean, it's not like it's better, but it seems like it would follow it in the show. A great way to leave people.
Damn you, Mary.
Good night, everybody. Beautiful. A great prayer.
Just beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Well, before you leave, you should meet Mike from Cordial on the screen there. It's a Cordial cable.
Oh, yeah, he's going to send you guys
He's going to send
some
you
goodies.
the cables and
Mike,
you guys can give me each a T-shirt, can't you?
Oh yeah.
I think I can handle that.
They're very
Ladies,
nice T-shirts.
That was a beautiful, beautiful night of music. That first song, that when you launched into those harmony vocals together, that was awesome. That was beautiful. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Mike.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
We've been really honored to sponsor these shows. Freebo, thank you for dressing appropriately tonight. We really appreciate it.
Quite well.
Alice, I think yours is in the mail.
I got
She
it,
got
and
it.
it's a perfect fit, and I wish I'd worn it tonight, but thank you. It's
Oh, then
it's
you'd be
great.
too matchy-waxy,
I know, it's
and
too
you really
much,
can't
yes.
have that.
Yeah, it would be too corny.
It'd be like a band uniform, and you really can't do that. Yeah, Sue's got hers.
Oh, you got yours, Sue. All right.
Yeah.
We're
Thank
spreading
you,
the
everybody.
good word.
It's been
Thank
really
you,
great
Mike.
sponsoring these shows. We've really, really appreciated doing it. It's been an awesome year. And I look forward to seeing what comes out the other side after the record and what you decide to do after that. So thank you.
Well, thank
Thanks,
you, Mike. We
Mike.
really
The
appreciate
feeling is
it.
mutual.
You guys been very
Thank you.
generous. Great working with you.
Thank
And continuing to. Thank you. We got the cables, by the way, for the road. So
He sent us more.
we got
needed more.
those 20 footers will really help. We got a bunch of the 10 footers, which is nice.
you.
What's that?
What's that, Jamie?
It's just like it's just like hitting my heart. It's so beautiful. It's so perfect. Like what
We
a-
need something that we
It's
truly
like one of those
need.
things you
Yeah.
really need it, and it's never very fun to buy for yourself. usually.
No, and
Yeah.
and I never want to get the expensive ones either. And these are the really nice ones.
They're-
the ones where
they're-
I go in the store and I'm like, I'm not going to pay for that.
These are top
They're
of
really
the line.
nice.
They ain't no $5 cables.
No, but they're all less than $100.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, all
Slightly.
even the premium.
Slightly. Beautiful. 5 cents. Thank you.
Cable.
So guys, just let us know whether you want the 20-foot
I'll write
mic
Jamie an
cable
email.
or
We'll
the
get it all
20-foot
sorted out.
mic cable or the 20-foot instrument cable or the 10-foot. They're all really cool.
Yeah.
10-foot instrument cable for me, please.
They're really they wind up really really nicely.
They're
Fit in the
juicy.
guitar case. They're great.
I'm in heaven.
Thank
I'm so
you.
excited.
It's a nice
you
Dago.
guys.
Here, look, see my
Oh my God, he's.
orange one for the bass.
You get to pick your color too.
I love it. I
yeah.
love
Got
the
a green one.
colors.
Colors are
The
good.
colors are great.
They got neon. They got like this really nice tweed that I'm really into. Tweed is nice.
Yeah. What do they do? Mike, go to the website so they can choose it.
I'll get in touch and give them the choices, right?
Yeah. Alice knows the drill.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
I've been doing this. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Best of luck with the record. We wish you nothing
you.
but success and
Thank
a
you.
really good recording session and Muscle Shoals, and go get them.
Thank you.
Back at
Great
you
to
with the
spend some
book and
time
all the
with you guys,
shows
yeah.
and the Oklahoma stuff is great. Okema,
Yeah.
you're doing that again. It's wonderful and great
Have
seeing you
fun.
guys
Travel
together. And
safe.
thanks for wonderful conversation,
Yeah.
beautiful music.
Love to you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
So Allison Freebo, I'll really miss you. So you should stop by here like in 2 weeks or so.
Hey,
Well,
Anne, I think
wh-
we're gonna do just that. Anne's gonna
All
host
right.
a house concert for us in Nashville. If anybody's based in Nashville and they want to come to a house concert, they should write to Anne, but they can also
Jamie and Mary.
contact my
Right,
Jamie
Jamie
and
and
Mary.
Mary, they're gone already.
But
We'll-
folks,
we'll
you
talk to
can
them.
sign up for my mailing list on my website. It's alicehowe.com, or you can just send me a message on there. That's an easy way to do it, and I'll get you in touch with Anne. So yeah, if you're in Nashville, and there's all the dates are on my website, and as well as Freebo's as well, because I just updated Freebo's website.
Thank you.
So all of the dates are in both places now. And if you look, it's easy to just click each date and it takes you to a different site called Bands in Town. But that's where you can see the contact info for the house concert hosts and stuff. So it's all there. So we are very excited to be in the first week of shows, we've got Arvada, Colorado, right outside of Denver.
Kansas
next
City.
Tuesday, and then we're headed to Lawrence, Kansas, just outside of Kansas City. I saw somebody was saying in the chat they were going to be there, so that's great.
Great.
And then we're going to be in St. Louis, and then Chicago, and then
Nashville.
Nope, and then South Elgin, Illinois, just south of Chicago for a house concert. And then, so couple things in Chicago. So it's going to be a big tour, so hope to see you guys out there somewhere.
Well, we're going to see Bob's Wick in D.C. on the Saturday, and the day after that, we're going to see Jack in Philadelphia.
And I will say, to answer your comment, Mike, he said no Oregon dates, sad face. I've been getting a lot of shit from the West Coast people.
How's that? What?
They're like, what are you doing? Why are you guys not coming? Totally legitimate. I agree. Can't wait to do the West Coast. We will be doing that ASAP. I'm hoping some this fall.
I have a perfect venue for you guys here.
What's it called?
It's called The Hive with 2 V's. I'll put the link in here.
Great.
Yeah, we're sponsoring them, doing some. It's all wired with Cordial already, so you hardly have to even bring your own cables. So
what town is that?
Yeah, what town?
Grants Pass.
Oh, Grants Pass.
Where we live.
That'd be great. Oh,
the thriving metropolis of Grants Pass, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
We would love.
I'll send you a link.
That. Great. I mean, that's perfect. We're definitely going to be planning my album release tour for sure down the West Coast next spring, but maybe even before that we can get up there. So
yeah.
And then Lynn had asked what instruments we're taking on the road. I think we've got.
Oh, I should say what you're doing.
As much as we have
that.
room for, which is slight moving target, but. My acoustic, my electric is coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your 4-string Fender bass.
5-string fretless and my acoustic.
Fretless.
Yeah. We'll have 5 instruments with us.
And 2 amps and a bunch of other stuff.
And Lynn, we will see you in State College and really thank you for putting that together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're great.
It's so nice that this is, we've probably set up 5-6 shows just from folks on here, so thank you guys so much for that. And we're still working on adding some more hopefully in the Southwest a little bit on the way back, maybe some New
Santa
Mexico.
Fe, Taos,
working on that.
Albuquerque.
But it's always being added to. I know for sure we'll be back in New England in October, just already planning that. So we'll just keep in touch. And you guys, I think we plan to do bring Inside Live back here and there in the future, like to be determined. Probably do like a special thing where we have a couple guests
here and there.
Might be a ticketed show online or something, but we'll figure out a way to
if we did a ticketed show, would you guys come to it, or you say, nah, we're used to the free stuff?
They got the thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Good.
Oh, that's good.
Great. Well, for sure, guys, sign up for our email list. It's the best way to keep in touch. Follow us on, for me, I use Instagram a lot to share what I'm up to. I've been having a lot of fun sharing more on there. So that's a great place. Patreon is always there for each of us, starting at $5 a month for me or $3 a month for Freebo. And we're always thinking of new ways to share with you guys on there. So
can I jump in?
Yes.
Sure.
Hi. Hello, Alice. Hey, Freebo.
Hi, Sam. Hey.
It's a pleasure to meet you, and I want to thank you for the music, keeping the music alive. It's been wonderful.
Thank you, Sam.
You for the cordial cables.
Yeah.
That's right. You won twice, right?
I did twice. One guitar to pedals, and the next one pedals to the amp. So I'm complete now.
Well, it's nice to hear your voice and see your face, and thanks for being a part of the show.
I do have a quick question for Freebo, if I may.
Sure.
Have you ever met or played with Jorma Kaukonen?
I've never played with him. I think I might have met him once. I don't know if he remembers. He can be a little bit offstanding. I think until you really get to him, it's probably just a little shy. But I would love to teach at his camp at some point.
Down in Ohio, he was doing the Fur Peace Ranch was doing live streams on Saturday night, and God, those were great. Those what you guys have done really helped a lot of people more than you'll ever know. And I'll be able to pay once business starts back up.
Yeah.
And it's
Did
a
you
pleasure
find out?
meeting all you good folks out there. Here's
Oh,
to
well,
all you.
Thank you,
thank
Sam.
you, man. Did you find out about us through Norm's rare guitar, Sam?
I'm sorry. Yes. I'm not sure
great.
how I was directed, but my first experience was through Norman's rare guitars. Like YouTube had an algorithm, and I said, "This dude's gonna dig that," and
That's
somehow
great.
I ended up there, and it was great, and I'm very glad for it.
Well, thank you, and it's really
Excellent.
nice to hear that it's something that's helped to get you through the time, because I know
Yeah.
we feel that way too. So
It's true. It helped get us through, definitely. And I mean, hey, it's a simpatico, you know. I mean, we would be playing the music anyway, either by ourselves or together in the living room was how it all started. But it's something about it when you share something. It's like having a conversation, when you play something and somebody really enjoys it, the whole give take, the back and forth is really wonderful. So it's been strange and interesting, but really eye-opening for us to be able to do this virtually, because you're there, and even when we don't see you on the screen, we know you're there. It's like doing a television show. So we've learned how to do TV, look into the camera, and just trust that the people that you know and love are there, and they're loving you. And then even better, when we get to see you in Zoom, is very cool.
Great, man. Thank you.
thanks,
Thank you so
thanks,
much.
Sam.
Mhm.
Nice to see your
Appreciate
face
that.
and hear your voice. Thank you.
Hey, it's Storm.
Hey,
Storm, how you doing?
So glad to be with
Storm.
you, even though it's a little sad.
Yeah.
I'm born and raised in Vermont, so I have a
Oh,
place there too.
great.
Which, according to the joke, though, there's a difference between being a Vermont native and a native Vermonter, because there's a joke about a person who was originally from New Hampshire saying, "I know I'll never be a native Vermonter, but my kids, they lived all their life in Vermont. If they continue to be in Vermont, will they someday be considered a native Vermonter?" And the old Vermonter looks at him and says, "Well, let me ask you this. If your cat had kittens in the oven, would you call them biscuits?"
Wow.
But I also had a question. I was wondering if by any chance you've been keeping up with Shannon Address at all. Because she is actually planning a bike tour. She's riding the bike across country. So as you are going east, she's heading west.
I know, I actually know that I think her manager reached out to me to see if we could help her set something up in LA and maybe do something with her. We actually were gone right around when she gets here. So
No, I was picturing you more meeting in the middle of the country somewhere.
Well, hopefully we wouldn't run her over. I mean,
maybe we can.
I think she's taking more of a northern route, isn't she?
She's playing at the Hive in Grants Pass.
Oh, excellent.
On July 9th. She's playing a show at the place that we were talking about.
Did you set that up, Mike?
You betcha.
Ah,
That's great.
so in other words,
Look at that. We've connected all these
we connect. That's
people.
great,
Oh,
man.
my God.
Where's our 10%? Damn it!
Yeah.
I'll send you more T-shirts.
Happy.
More T-shirts.
happy
It is
to
a really
do that
nice
for
T-shirt,
Shannon.
by the way. The fit.
Yeah,
is...
yeah. Oh, that's right. I saw that on you. It looked great.
Thank you. You guys.
Oh,
Well,
and Lynn, whatever that correction needed that Alice apparently did with Pittsburgh and Cleveland, I'm sure she'll correct that. So, and I saw in the chat.
What did I say? What?
No, she said you kind of got something, a date mixed up between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. I'm sure you check it out and you'll see what it is.
I don't make mistakes.
Well, Lynn says you did, and Lynn doesn't make mistakes. We know that.
Somebody had asked in the Facebook chat, I live in Vermont. Can someone tell me where the Meeting House concert with Mary will be? And maybe Ray can answer that, but it's the Rockingham, correct? Rockingham, Vermont?
It is in Rockingham. Yeah, it's in Rockingham. The Meeting House, which was built in 1787. We have no current concerts planned for the Meeting House.
Right.
We hope to resume those at some point. I had planned to do them initially last summer, and of course that went to hell. But fortunately, you guys helped me kick off my 16-week streaming series. You were in it, Mary. You were in there. Mary and Jamie were in there. Lots and lots of folks who had all played Roots. But we'll be back at the Meeting House once we get it reopened. It's got some limitations. It's 240 years old. It's fragile, but we're very respectful. I'm on the board of overseers up there. But we'll be back. It's, as you know, it is just a magical venue.
Oh, amazing.
The acoustics are just pitch perfect.
Yeah.
That's great.
No PA necessary for sure.
It's beautiful. Nope. It's so special. Hope to go back someday.
What's the capacity of that, Ray?
Well, depends on who you ask on which day. I have put over 300 people in there, but right now, the town has limited me to 200 people, which is fine. You get 200 people in there. It's a very cozy space. I have a picture of a town meeting from back in the early part of the 1900s, where there were 850 people in that building, if you can imagine.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine.
They were smaller back then.
They were, exactly. They weighed 50 pounds less, and they were 4 inches shorter.
But there was no fast food back then.
There was no food in there. We don't allow food, we don't allow drink. The place has no plumbing, no electricity. The seats are uncomfortable, but it is still my favorite venue on the face of the earth.
Well, when you think, 200 people in a room like that, it's obviously it's bigger than a hotel room, that's for sure. And that you can have 200 people, and that you can actually sing and play acoustically and have it project and resonate. It really speaks to the makeup of the room.
It's got a lot of music in the walls.
Oh yeah.
So I just realized we have not done the giveaway after all our talk about Cordial.
Wait,
so
giveaway.
Maybe
Numbers.
We should do that. A few people guessed because they know the drill, but let's just officially state, and maybe we'll do one more song while you guys.
Good idea.
Put your guesses in. Just pick a number from 1 to 100. It's not 1. It's not 100. Just throw that out there.
No.
That's my big hint for the night.
Okay, that only leaves 98 other choices.
What should we do? Should I do something?
You got your guitar, your choice. Unless somebody wants to make a request.
Any requests? It doesn't have to be an Alice song. It can be a Freebo song.
I think it should be an Alice song.
Okay. Oh God, what song of mine am I not sick of that I should do?
Have you played Twilight yet? I came in late. Yeah, we can't get enough of that.
Or Getaway Car.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I could do Getaway Car.
That's a good one.
That's true, you can.
Let me remember how to play it. I think I did it in drop D, didn't I?
Yes.
Good idea. No, I
never
kid.
done that,
I don't. I'm not really sick of the songs. I just,
Don't get sick of your songs. Don't do that.
No. It's funny though when you kind of get in a loop with certain ones, and those are the ones that you do.
Yeah.
And if you don't practice your own stuff,
they're not as good.
You gotta play the deep cuts by yourself so that you're ready with them. Did I just do it in D?
You could if you want. You might want to pick up the tempo a little bit. That getaway car is not going. It's not going to get away from anybody.
It's my tempo. 240. Going maxing out at 55. You set the tempo. Wow. A 1, 2, 3. I've been working so hard with nothing to show. It's time for a change. Why don't we get up and go? We're making a break. Won't you be my partner in crime? We'll get away fast and get away far. Get away clean in my getaway car. My motor is moaning, so come on inside.
machine.
Get away fast and get away far. Get away clean in my getaway car. If we get a flat tire, I still got a plan. I jack it up slow, you can give me a hand, and it ain't no hurry. I
Don't mind taking my time.
We'll get away fast and get away far. We'll get away clean in my getaway car. Well, listen to money. Well, listen to touch. I gotta practice. I don't remember how to play the song. If you don't like what you're getting, you better remember how to play the song, 'cause I don't really remember what I'm doing. All I remember is that one chord. But that's okay.
We'll try the bridge again.
I don't remember what to do. You gotta tell me. I
Go to the
literally
5
don't
chord.
remember.
Go to an A.
Is that it?
No, one more. Go to an A. A chord.
You guys, welcome to our rehearsal. I don't remember how to play it.
Just
at
go
all.
like A to G,
You
basically.
play it.
And Morse said it got away, Alice.
Guitar?
Yeah.
All right. I was enjoying playing bass.
I know. I just don't. I need to practice. I don't remember. This is not how my brain works.
You want to play this
You
one?
guys, I probably know the words to like 200 songs, and
Let me
I
put-
just
let me
can't.
play it in
I
this.
just can't remember all the guitar
200
parts.
songs. And you do.
I have other virtues.
Was it in D? Oh, it's actually in E.
Okay, we're modulating. This will teach you to make a request, y'all. Can we go to the bridge?
Play a verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
If we get a flat tire, I still got a plan. I'll jack it up slow, you can give me a hand, and it ain't no hurry. I don't mind taking my time. We'll get away fast and get away far. Get away clean in my getaway car. Well, listen to money. Well, listen to touch. Stereo blasting while we get out of Dodge. If you don't like it, baby, you got me to blame. But I guarantee you'll be so glad you came. You know what I mean. Well, there's no destination. It's all about the ride. Whatever you need, you know I'll provide. Keep an eye on the road and keep the other eye on me. We'll get away fast and get away far. We'll get away clean in my getaway car. In my getaway car. Won't you come on inside? I said I'm ready to ride. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I said you'll be so glad.
Let's do it again. Come on, finish it up.
Ooh, hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
New classic.
Yeah, that happened.
There you go. A good example of when you don't play the deep cuts for a while, what happens?
It was a perfect illustration of what I had just described.
Yeah, it was.
Because when it's not there,
But it was fun, man.
It worked.
It's good to revisit that.
Well, now I know what to rehearse.
Yeah, now you have to come back and prove to us that you've rehearsed it and we can hear it how it's supposed to sound. It was a devious plan.
The real way it's supposed to sound is on my record. If you haven't heard the recording, definitely check that out, which is also in the video that I had a lot of fun making with my friend Brandon back in Boston with my 240 wagon. So check that out. That's the full band version with the horns and everything. So,
we were just talking with the Brandon, who's been actually helping us do the show, and thank you, Brandon, to thank you publicly for facilitating this thing so flawlessly. We were talking about, and this is a real good example. I mean, somebody said in the chat, like real professionals, and thank you for that. And
yeah, thanks,
I think
Nick.
Part of being a professional is not just about making money; it's about when the shit hits the fan, how do you wipe it off, or how do you stay clean? I'm sorry, just trying to go with the metaphor. But how do you recover? And we were talking about my birthday show. How many of you were here for my birthday show? Raise your hand. Yeah, it was so much. It was
a complete
disaster.
It
was so weird. I mean, just to have the electricity of all time. It went out for 3 hours.
For the duration of the show.
In the neighborhood from the time the show started till it was over.
And it was a great show.
It wound up being a great show, and Brandon saved us, and Chris Smither saved us, and Jack Williams saved us, and you all were just so supportive, and it was a great birthday for me. I felt really wonderful. So,
oh my gosh,
that's part of it. Is how do you recover from the unexpected, and it's nice to know that, and it really helps when you have the support and you don't feel judged, and you feel loved. So, I'm not trying to get too corny, but we do feel loved by y'all.
We do.
And we really appreciate that.
Thanks for putting up with us all these weeks, and I'm happy to announce the winner for tonight also. And it's somebody that is watching on YouTube, because I see her name on here, Jane. It's Jane Rocks for Peace Music. That's your handle.
That's Jane from Kansas City.
Oh,
Jane
excellent.
Johnson.
Jane,
I know her. Yes.
Congratulations, Jane. You are our final Cordial Cable winner. So I hope you're still watching. I'm sure you are. Just commented a couple minutes ago. So. Be sure to write to me on my website. Just go send me a message at alicehowe.com, and I will be sure to get in touch.
Yeah, and Jane, come see us in Lawrence, Kansas, okay?
Yeah,
at the Jazz House.
Come see us.
That's coming up. That's next Thursday, right?
I know. We're going to Kansas.
A week from tomorrow.
Home state of my granny, who went to KU. Going back to the old stomping grounds.
That's where Lawrence is, yeah. KU's in Lawrence.
Well, congratulations, Jane, and thanks everybody for playing along this whole time.
And before we get off, I wanted to thank you so much for changing your format to include the back room. This has been what's really made community for us. It's hard to remember, but in the beginning, there was no after show.
You know whose idea that was?
Christine
Lavin / Brandon helping us to facilitate it. So that was something that happened when we changed over to having Brandon help me with the tech backstage. So thank you. And I'm glad that you've enjoyed that. It's been really fun for us too.
Yeah. Say hi to Brandon, y'all. That's him with the beard looking like a young Leland Sklar.
Hi, Brandon.
He's not disguised by my face anymore.
Yeah, I'll never forget the many comparisons to Leland Sklar. Now that I've seen him, it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
About circa 1982, probably. You look just like him.
Right.
Freebo, I think we should play a song we know to close this out.
A song we know.
I'd like to redeem myself.
You would?
You play something.
You guys have any requests? You can think of a song of mine you'd like to hear?
A crying song, perhaps?
We did that. We were here. We started up the show.
I was late. See, that's what happens. I was late.
How about GPS?
Oh,
Personal
yeah.
Standing
ovation.
Alice can
Yes.
actually play bass on that. Yeah.
I vote GPS.
All right. My personal GPS.
Okay, God. This is another test. I can't handle another test. This is actually very good for me now. I know what I need to work on.
By the way, and anybody ever able to see the name on my guitar? Can you guys see it?
I read it once, but I can't make it out now. There's too much light on it.
Tommy Emmanuel. Saw him play once and got him to sign it. My guitar plays better now. I don't. The guitar does. You ready, Alice? Okay, I'm taking my headphones out so I can hear what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, you better do that. The hell you
The
doing?
hell I'm doing. Hear what the hell I'm doing. Let me tell you about my angel, the one you never see, my everyday companion living deep inside of me. She guides me through the trenches, she gets me out of every mess. She's my Bible, she's my buddy, she's my personal GPS. Well, she leads me on the journey, she leads me to the goal. She's always on the money, never leave me in the cold. And every time I listen, I wind up being truly blessed. She's my Bible, she's my buddy, she's my personal GPS. I'm at the fork in the road, I gotta make a choice. So much going on, I don't heed her voice. So I'll make a wrong turn and feeling lost and afraid. Then I hear my angel calling, recalculate. Well, I gotta pay attention, 'cause it's powerful stuff. I gotta turn it on and I gotta turn it up. 'Cause every time I do it, you know I'm guaranteed success.
Yes, you are.
She's my Bible, she's my buddy, she's my personal GPS. Play it, boy. Well, I'm floating lost and lonely, I'm drifting in the dark. Will I ever find a harbor? I don't see it on the chart. Was something saying no, but someone else is whispering yes, yes, yes. She's my Bible, she's my buddy, she's my personal GPS. She's my Bible, she's my buddy, crystal clear and never muddy. She's my Watson, she's my tunnel, never tardy, always pronto. She's my Sherpa, she's my guide, never runs and never hides. Truly awesome, she's the best. She's my personal GPS, my personal GPS, my personal GPS. Everybody sing. My personal GPS. I say,
Yeah.
she's my personal GPS. One more time. She's my personal GPS. Yes, yes. Nice slide, Alice.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Al.
Thank
Oh,
you.
our pleasure. And we're going to leave you with, don't forget to tap into your personal GPS,
Yeah.
It's always there. Never going to lead you astray. Taking me years to pay attention to mine. I don't always do it, but when I do,
You know.
well, yeah, exactly.
Alice,
Yes?
I think it would be hilarious if you imitated a robotic voice in that song.
Oh, like a Freebo, turn left. Like
Circle around.
like you're off course.
Recalculate.
You have yes, like of course, like a Siri voice. Yes.
Recalculate.
Recalculate. No signal.
Yeah. I'll have to come up
Question.
with some one-liners. Yes?
What do we do on Wednesday nights now?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do next Wednesday.
Baseball been very, very good to you.
Just pour
It's
out
the
a
best
little
of Live
champagne for
Inside
us.
on YouTube, right?
Well, actually, it's true. I mean, we've got 40 episodes, for God's sake, and a lot of them are really good. They're all on Alice's YouTube channel. You don't have to wait till Wednesday night to see them. So, I mean, they're there to enjoy. They're free, and really, we're thrilled that we had so much compelling conversation. To some really
great.
really cool inside stuff. I mean, great music, of course, but
You're just gonna have to tell your friends to come see us and come see us live, so that one day,
what?
I don't know, when we
One day, what? When we die and we're not around anymore.
I don't know. It never ends. There's no end goal here. It's just always
Live
happening.
is still better.
Yeah.
It is. Hey, we're really. I mean, like I say, we've enjoyed this, and one of the reasons we're putting it to bed is we kind of can't do this and put the energy we need to put into it, and go out on the road and really be 100%
And bring
there.
all the stuff.
And bring all this. And we thought
a
about
lot of
even
stuff.
bringing it to some of the gigs, and we thought, well, it probably wouldn't be fair to
It's
the
kind of a pain
people.
to set it up.
It's a lot to set up, and then you
kinda
kind of
wanna
get
be there in the
distracted
moment.
between the technical and the audience and the chat, and it feels like we'd
And
be
hopefully some of the
diluting the
venues,
energy.
will get it together where they can stream shows.
Well, that's what Mary said, for instance, at Mucky Duck in Houston, where we hope to play on September 8th, a Wednesday night, by the way. I hope to play there, and apparently they've got a great setup. I mean, it's like, TV broadcast quality, so we'll see what happens, but there might be a couple places where we can do that, and we'll certainly let you know. Just make sure that you are on our email list, and you'll know when that stuff is happening. So, Bob, we'll see you in D.C. in the Plains. And Jack, we'll see you literally the day after. 2 outdoor shows in a row on a Saturday and a Sunday. That's cool. And
I'll see you in
we
10
will see
days.
you, Lynn. We'll see you in Penn State College.
Who said 10 days?
Joe?
Joe, yes, we will see you at WFMT.
Oh, that's right, Joe. Are you going to come to FMT? You're also going to come to the house concert the next day?
I can't make the house concert, but I'm definitely going to be at FMT. Well, Alice put me on the guest list, so it's basically the folk stage is a closed group.
We had
Right.
to get special permission.
Oh, well,
I
that's
got
see,
special dispensation.
Special dispensation.
and to get that from Rich Warren is no easy task.
I've known Rich for many, many years.
Well, maybe that's how you got the special dispensation.
No, it's knowing Alice that got me that special dispensation.
Okay.
Well, you are a loyal patron, Joe.
Yeah.
It's the least I could do.
Well, it'll be good to meet you in person, man. Be wonderful.
We have met before, Freebo.
Where have we, in Chicago or?
Well, last time was
One of
at
the folk
Peanut Honey
alliances.
with Alice, and the first time was at Bill's Blues in Evanston,
Oh,
where
wow.
you played that show with about 5 people in the audience.
Wait, me?
No, Freebo.
Oh, good. That sounds.
Oh. And it's not. It's hard to remember though because it wasn't the only show I've ever played with 5 people in the audience.
Yeah, no, it was Nancy Emmerich's series in Evanston.
Yes, was Mo Dixon there that night?
I don't remember. But there weren't many of us there that night.
Yeah. Was it like a little bar?
Yeah, it's like a little bar, and that's the night you asked myself, my late wife, and Chris Farrell to do your set list based
The
on
set
your
list.
CDs.
Oh, okay. I got it now. Yeah, I remember that little bar, and it was, and actually it was a fun night.
Yep. That
That's
it
great.
was.
Well, it'll be good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Thanks,
you know what
Jeff.
I'm not going to miss about Inside Live?
What?
This is a very small thing.
What's that?
Sitting on this goddamn stool.
These stools are very hard.
It is, just so you
comfortable.
guys know, it's the most uncomfortable effing stool I've ever sat on in my entire life. And for some reason, every week I sit on it for 3.5 hours.
Because we start our sound check at 4
My
o'clock.
ass hurts, my knees hurt, my feet hurt. I'm like, get me off of this. You guys, we should just, I don't know what, like, why we didn't just invest in a couple of really nice stools like 6 months ago,
Good
Freebo.
point. Good point.
Okay, there, I got it off my chest. Now you guys know.
Yeah. But probably, Alice, you didn't know it was going to last this long.
No.
Yeah, maybe that's
true.
what it was. Yeah.
I know. It's like I could have gotten a pillow. Like, I don't know. Nope. I just decided every week maybe it'll be different. Like, maybe it won't be uncomfortable.
Yeah, maybe it won't hurt so bad. Oh, well.
Oh, okay. Maybe
I've
on that
performed
note.
on one of those stools too.
Oh, they're
Well,
just
we
the
we
worst.
know it's going to be one of the features of when you do it as a special.
Yes, it's
The
going to have
stools.
very comfortable
Hey,
chairs.
we should auction off the stools.
Wow, we can sign them.
Now,
We'll
with
sign
that
the
build
stools
up,
and
who would
auction
want
them
them?
off.
You know what we never auctioned
Oh,
off?
why don't you show them that guitar?
I'll show you guys something cool.
Yeah, I
before
got.
we go.
We got a good Norm of Norm's Rare Guitars. Norm Harris actually gave us a guitar, donated a guitar that we would have signed by as many people who did the show as possible, which is kind of tough when you do it virtually. It's not so easy to get their autographs. But we got a few, and we didn't get Lawrence Juber's, but I know Lawrence, and we'll get it. We'll get Albert Lee's.
We gotta go around to LA collecting
Yeah,
them.
we'll get Scarlett
But
Rivera's.
we got
a few.
It's a Hofner. It's like a nice entry level dreadnought, and we got Scarlett Rivera, me,
Alice Howe.
Jen from Norm's, Lemo, I think.
Probably
I think
is
Michael
Lemo.
Lemo was the crew at Norm's that day. Norm and then Freebo.
Yeah.
So yeah, someday we'll figure out something to do with this. Maybe when we do like.
I mean, it'd be nice if we could take it on the. If we had enough room in the car, we'd take it on the road and get a whole bunch of people to sign it. But that ain't gonna happen.
And maybe I know, and people. There's so many things like. Vincent said we should do T-shirts someday. When we come back for something special show, we'll have merch or something.
There you go.
So, keep in touch, you all. We appreciate and love you, and thank you. You've really, really been there for us. So.
Yeah, and again, Brandon,
It's been
thank
mutual.
you, buddy, and Mike, thank you, and yeah, we'll see you all down the road. I can't tell you, just a lot of love in this room. Thank you.
Yes.
Break a leg, guys.
Great.
Thanks,
Enjoy.
Brandon.
Stay
Nobody
safe.
wants to stop, huh?
All right.
No, it's so good to see you all every week. We'll miss you. Please keep in touch, and when you get our newsletters, you can always write back and say hi, and we'll see you in person. So
And go sit on a comfortable chair.
I'm gonna go sit on the couch. Mwah.
Yeah.
Love you all.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you on the road.
See
All
you
right,
soon.
look forward to it.
Mhm.
Bye, everybody.